So here we are at the site of Synod. We finally arrived, and we are at the corner of Leslie and Highway 7 at the Sheridan Parkway Hotel. As you can see, there's lots of parking if you're coming by car, or you can take public transit. Let's head inside. It's quiet now, but in a few weeks' time, about 700 delegates from right across this diocese will gather for our synod. To give you a little perspective, this is the largest synodical gathering across the land in any diocese. Over the course of the 2 days that we'll be together, we will be worshiping, setting policy, voting on motions, and listening to missional moments. And the whole thing can feel somewhat intimidating and overwhelming, but it doesn't really need to be. So follow me and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. The first thing you'll need to do is register, and that's going to happen here at the Thornhill Room. There will be two sections, one for clergy and one for laity. Laity will be ordered alphabetically by the name of your parish, so if your parish begins with the word saint, line up under the S line. And for clergy, you'll be assembled alphabetically by your surname. At registration, you're going to receive a name tag, and you'll also receive a clicker, and that's used for our voting. And don't worry, you'll get lots of instruction as to how to use it before voting begins. After registration, you're going to be in the Grand York foyer, and in this area there will be all sorts of organizations and tables and displays, and we would invite you to visit each one. They display different ministries from all across the diocese. This is also a wonderful place to meet up with old friends. Part of the great thing about being a large synod like this is that you bump into each other, you renew and kindle old friendships, and talk about ministry and new ideas. It's also a really good place to go when things get really dull on the floor of Synod, just to kind of escape inside, just saying. Most of Synod will happen in here. This is the Grand York Ballroom. Once you're inside, the place will be set up with lots of round tables and chairs. There will be screens on each side and a head table at the front. Once you're here, find a table, a seat. You'll likely want to sit with other delegates from your parish. And remember, it's a good time to meet new friends too and sit with folks you don't know. One feature this year is the chairs are more comfortable. The first thing we do together as the gathered community is worship. We will be celebrating the Eucharist here in this space. Everything that you need for the service in terms of printed material will be projected on the screens. At the time of communion, we would invite you to join a line that will move towards the edges of the room. And if you require gluten-free wafers, we would ask you to go up to the main table, and that's where you can receive. Following the Eucharist, the diocesan bishop will offer their reflections in the form of a synod charge. It's an opportunity to give a prayerful reflection on where we are as the church and where God is calling us to be. And following that, we step right into the formal portion of Synod. To better understand what's happening during Synod, it's helpful to have your Convening Circular. You may already have received it, and if not, you can go to the website and download it. During the proceedings, the chair will from time to time invite members of Synod to offer feedback and to state their own opinions on issues and open up the microphones. And if that happens, and when it happens, we invite you to go to one of the numbered microphones on the floor. You will be called up by the chair at the appropriate time. The first thing you'll want to do is state your name and also state the name of the ministry or parish that you're affiliated with. You're given 3 minutes to say what's on your mind. You'll hear one tiny bell which warns that you're coming close to the end of your time, and when you get to the second bell, time's up. When it comes time to vote, we'll be using the clickers. Don't worry, you'll be given lots of instruction by the chair on how to use these little remotes and which buttons to push in terms of which way you'd like to vote on a particular issue. We will be using these for most of the motions. Some of the procedural motions like courtesies of the House and receiving minutes will be done by a simple show of hands. Just follow the instructions of the chair. During the course of Synod, there will be 2 members' times. That's your opportunity as a member to come to a microphone and to speak about issues that you believe the Church needs to hear about. It's an opportunity to talk about things that are substantive, so we would discourage you from making simple announcements about what's happening in your parish. It's kind of like a speaker's corner plunked down in the middle of Synod. The other thing that will happen in this room takes place on Friday evening, where we share in a wonderful meal together. It's a chance to relax after a long day of proceedings with Synod. And I will just wait here for dinner until it's served. Yeah. No, we've got to go. I've been told there is no dinner now. Why don't we leave? A couple other things you should know about is that there will be free Wi-Fi, so you can always download your favorite episode from Netflix if things get a little quiet. There will be some charging stations in the main banquet hall to help you recharge your laptops, but you may want to use the power save option just to save power. If you need to learn anything else or ask any other questions, there will be a help desk right here, and it will be staffed by knowledgeable folks who can show you where to go. The word synod literally comes from the Greek, which means to travel together. And at Synod, we literally travel together from the 4 corners of this great diocese, from the small town, from the suburbs, the inner city, and we gather here in this place to remember who we are and whose we are, and to capture once again the vision that God has for us and for the world. And we look forward to welcoming you. See you there.